Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty's Club. Today is Limited Modified Format Monday, or Standard Monday, and I have a special treat for you guys. One of my fans, Black Waltz KO, shout out to him, whoever you are. I don't exactly know who you are, but thank you for supporting the show, and glad to hear that you see me at the Georgia State Championships. But anyway, um, he Black Waltz KO wanted to hear about the format scene at the state championship. So I'll try my best, but I mean, I didn't really go around trying to study the format, but I'll try to speak of what I can about it. From what I could tell, most of the format was seismotode based. And, well, we all know what seismotode does. For an EX 180 HP, retreat cost of 3, so and grass weakness, one attack double colorless for 30. An opponent can't play items, or 2 water and a colorless for 130 and do 32 of your own bitch Pokemon. It's not a bad Pokemon at all. When combined with Muscle Band, uh, Burbank City Gym, and Hypnotize Laser. And that means that Seismitoad would be hitting for 50, and Poison would be doing 30 damage between turns, and almost every non-evolved EX excuse me, would be getting knocked out in 2 turns, provided that poison stays in at 30 damage apiece. Now, all I can really say about this is that I've seen every combination you can think of ran with this. My actual deck for the tournament was unfortunately Seismitoad Garbodor, and I wanted to run Megamanectric Tall Garbodor because I found it to be the deck with the highest chance of winning. I actually was planning on trying in this tournament, and instead of, I mean, a lot of you know who I am. I've pretty much given wins to people over the years. I remember last state championship, I gave away 3 wins to people, just because those poor people had absolutely nothing to work with. A couple of them, they wanted at least 1 win. When I look at this one girl, I was 201 and she was 102. And she thought, oh my god, I can't believe that. Oh my god, I was having to listen to this crap. I mean, like I was 2 wins, or I was 201. She was one. Yeah, I was 201. She was 102. I don't know how we got paired up. Anyway, she said, I don't know how I got paired up with son. I said, you know what? I mean, I do not care really much about this tournament. I'll just come for the fun. And that was last year. I was playing Imbo Reshiram EX. Tells you enough about why I was, playing for fun. um, but anyway, a couple of you know about the games that I've given up, just because I'm a nice guy. What I didn't give any up games up that tournament, but I was actually planning on playing the tournament for serious, but that's okay. Trolling Toad sucks. But shout out to oh man, shout out to the collector's catch. They they sent out a couple cards that I needed without having to dig through my personal collection. Instead, they're pretty cool. The guy understood that I needed the cards before Saturday, and he didn't have them in stock, so he decided to he would try to get it and overnight it to me. And shout out to Collector's Catch. You guys are amazing, and I definitely would check them out. They're pretty cool. They're pretty hot. And with that being said, my my deck was halfway complete. But anyway, as a Garbo Toad runner, I'd seen plenty of other Garbo Toad variants there. A couple of them involved Megamanectric, which wasn't surprising. A couple of the Seismitoad Garbodor variants also included Charizard for the grass weakness. Some of them included the Cobalion EX for the mirror matchup, where pretty much you're just discarding special energy attached, so Seismitoad isn't getting any DC Eon anytime soon. And there's a few decks out there that only run, you know, four double colorless and maybe 4 water in the whole deck, and they expect to get those double colorless out in order to attack. And I give it up to the 2 guys that I've seen running this particular combo, which is pretty cool. I in particular didn't favor Seismitoad Garbodor. I've seen a couple people who were playing Slurtoad, which is Slurpuff and Seismitoad. Pretty much that tasting, draw a card, and if it's active, draw 2 cards with Trainer Lock. I mean, I understand the whole in concept and being able to set up faster concept, and that's cool. It really is. But you just open yourself up to way too many situations. If you were going to, I mean, that's pretty much, you're going to say, okay, I will auto loss to VG if I see it. Fortunately, I didn't see it at all. But there were, I think there was only like 1 guy at that whole state championship who was running VG, and I don't think he did that well. So it wasn't too hard for most of the guys. I don't know who won. I assume Orion Craig won because, you know, he's just absolutely amazing at the game. And I like his Aromatisse deck. It's pretty cool, pretty kick-ass. So yeah. Anyway, that brings me to another version of Seismitoad, Aromatisse Seismitoad. Now, I've seen Orion playing this at City Championships, and one of the craziest things I've seen about this deck list is that he had stuff like Darkrai EX and Malamar EX. I'm not sure if he ran Virizion EX, but I'm sure he probably did somewhere. But think about it. Without Fairy Garden, which I'm a big fan of, but he didn't. I don't guess he ran it in the deck because you have things like Darkrai and Rainbow Energy, Free Retreat, which I think is pretty cool. And with Virizion as well, no special conditions. And with Malamar, you pretty much attach an energy that can count as a fairy energy, like a rainbow or a fairy. And if any Pokemon goes to sleep, then just move it with Fairy Transfer. I think he is a genius in the game. Better deck builder than I ever will be. I mean, I can play pretty much any. If you build a first class deck and put it in front of me, and I play with it enough, I should be able to rampage a tournament. But I suck at deck building. That's why I took Troll and Toad was very weird about the way they had to keep my payment before I bought a deck, and so I had to hurry up, go online, 6 prices, find a deck already built, and you know, I forget the guy's name, but I took it like card for card, you know, ran it because you know it was already tested, but I didn't have time to test with a broken arm, so. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. But anyway, Seismitoad was very, very popular, and there were even decks that didn't have Seismitoad that were absolutely phenomenal. Garbodor Evil Tall EX was great. Evil Tall EX is Evil Ball, which is 20 plus 20 for each energy attached to both active Pokemon. Requires a darkness and a colorless. So that is a very great attack. And obviously we all know what Garbodor does. You know, whether it's Garbotoxin, attaches tool card, and it can't. Nobody can use abilities. So I pretty much like that. One of the coolest things about Evil Tolo is that I've seen it ran with Garbodor EX. I've seen it even run with Darkrai EX and Hydreigon. I think one player, they didn't do that well, but I've seen one player running that, which, you know, I get the deck concept, but in this format, you have to be a lot faster than a Hydreigon. But then again, that would probably work in extended format. no doubt that'd probably work, just because we all know what Sableye and Dark Patch can do. But anyway, so yeah, that's a viable concept. Um, Another thing that I like is how Mega Manectric and the Spirit Link combo, everybody loves how Mega Manectric can pretty much set up in 2 turns for 110 damage. And taking 2 energy out of the discard pile and putting on bench Pokemon. That is insane. And I, for one, absolutely love this Pokemon, and that's why I wanted to use it. But let's talk about some of these variants that we've seen. Mega Manectric was seen in several different decks that I've seen. Obviously, Garbodor was one of the decks. Another one of the decks was just straight up Seismitoad Manectric EX. I don't really know how that deck works like it does, but it's definitely one of those concepts that I, for one, would probably not play in particular. But then again, you know, it could work. But probably the most overseen deck there was Fighting. Pretty much Landorus CX variants with Donphan, Hawlucha, Wobbuffet, Robo Substitute. I mean, deck's pretty sick. And I look forward to, seeing mini decks like this. Anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail. We're already way ahead in time. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Post any comments in the comment section down below. And as always, hope you guys had as great a time as I had, and I'll see you guys next time at Shifty's Club.